Mandarin Grammar with 陈老师, woo! 大家好! Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chinese Grammar. This time we're going to talk about asking when something has happened. There are two ways to say the word when in Chinese. There's 什么时候 and there's 几点. Let's look at 什么时候 first. For instance, we could say 你什么时候回家? You when return home. This is in the order subject, question word, verb, object. 什么时候 is a question word looking for a time phrase. That means that the answer is going to have to explain when something happens. So our answers could be 我做作业以后回家. I, after doing homework, return home. Or we could say 我3点回家. I, at 3 o'clock, return home. As you can see, both of the answers are in the order subject, time phrase, verb, object. Remember how the time phrase goes before the verb? Just like the other question words we've discussed, the answers 做作业以后 and 3点 just replace the question word, which is 什么时候. So the time phrase just replaces the question word. Note that the first answer contains the time phrase 做作业以后 after doing homework, which is a pretty generic response since it doesn't give us an exact time. However, the second answer includes the phrase 3点, which is an exact time, 3 o'clock. So 什么时候 can have two different kinds of responses, either a generic response or an exact time. But what if you want to know an exact time when something happens and you don't want to run the risk of them telling you something really generic? Well, in that case, you can use the word 几点, which is the other way to say when in Chinese. 几点 is more like asking what time because it calls for a specific time response. So let's look at the question. 你几点上学? You, what time, go to school? Like the question we asked using 什么时候, this question is in the order subject, question word, verb, object. So the question word is right after the subject. What about an answer? Well, as we said, we need a specific time in response to our question since we're using 几点. So we could say 我8点上学. I, at 8 o'clock, go to school. This is in the order subject, time phrase, verb, object. Like the other question I explained earlier, the time phrase 8点 or 8 o'clock just replaces the question word 几点, which means what time. And that's a wrap on asking questions using 什么时候 and 几点, which mean when. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to check out the interactive activity below, and I'll see you next time. 再见!